What do you do when a prayer sounds sincere, but something about the moment feels wrong? You cannot explain it yet. Everyone around you seems comfortable. The person speaking sounds certain, and you begin to question your own reaction. So you stay quiet. You let the moment continue. But the real danger may be believing you have no right to pause until you can prove that someone else is wrong. Many believers judge these moments by confidence, titles, or the reaction of the room. Today, you will learn 5 tests that can help you recognize what is happening and decide what to do next. Consent, observable evidence, group pressure, dependency, and accountability. These tests will help you slow the moment down without becoming fearful, suspicious, or unfair. Because biblical discernment should protect the truth, but it should also protect your ability to choose responsibly. Test 1. Was there real consent? Imagine a Sunday prayer line at a church in Texas. You step forward because you want prayer for a family decision. The person in front of you moves closer, reaches toward your shoulder, and begins asking questions you never agreed to answer. You feel uneasy, but you wonder whether stepping back would look disrespectful. Agreeing to prayer does not mean agreeing to everything that may happen next. You can welcome prayer without sharing private details. You can accept encouragement without accepting physical contact. You can also receive counsel without surrendering the right to make your own decision. This matters because good intentions do not remove the need to ask. A person may be sincere and still move too quickly. They may believe they are helping and still make you feel trapped. Respect is shown not only by what someone offers, but by whether they give you room to say no. You do not need a long speech. You can say, "You can pray for me, but please don't touch me." You can say, "I'm not ready to discuss that." And when someone pushes you toward a choice, you can say, "I need time before I make a decision." Those sentences are not signs of rebellion. They are answers. Church safeguarding guidance, including guidance published by the Church of England, treats permission as important when ministry involves physical contact. That principle is simple enough for any congregation. Prayer may be offered, but touch should never be assumed. Now watch what happens after you speak. A caring person will step back, lower the pressure, and adjust. They may apologize. They may ask what would make you comfortable. But if someone keeps moving closer, argues with your answer, invokes a title, or tells you that refusing them means refusing God, pay attention. One moment does not reveal everything about a person. Do not rush to condemn them. But do not ignore the response you received either. The clearest evidence may come after your no, whether they respect it or whether they try to make your choice disappear. Test 2. What can you actually verify? What happens after you speak gives you useful information, but it still does not tell you everything. A strong feeling may be important. It is not the same as a complete conclusion. "I feel unsafe" describes your experience. "This person is dangerous" makes a claim. "This person has an evil spirit" goes even further, and that requires more than discomfort alone. Start with what you can name. What was actually said? Was there physical contact? Did you clearly say no? Was private information repeated after you asked for discretion? These questions keep you close to what happened instead of forcing you to guess what was inside someone else's heart. Consider a small group leader who asks one member to share a painful family issue in front of everyone. The member hesitates and says they would rather not. The leader keeps pressing, then later says the person is resisting healing. That single night matters, but the next 3 meetings matter even more if the same pressure continues after the concern has been raised. Now look at the response to correction. Did the leader apologize? Did the questions stop? Did they make room for privacy? Or did they become defensive, blame the member, or increase the pressure? A mistake followed by humility is not the same as repeated behavior followed by excuses. Professional guidance on coercive behavior often examines repeated conduct and its growing effect over time rather than relying on one isolated incident. That guidance comes from a different setting, so it should not be used to label every church conflict. Still, it offers a useful caution. Conduct that continues after correction can reveal what one confusing incident cannot. Your inner warning does not have to be ignored. It can tell you to slow down, write down what happened, and ask for another trusted perspective. But it should begin the search for truth, not end it. So ask 3 questions. What happened? How often did it happen? And what changed after you clearly spoke up? Those answers will tell you more than fear or confidence ever could. Test 3. Did the room make the decision for you? Sometimes the pressure is not coming from one voice. It is coming from the silence of everyone else. Picture a Wednesday night small group. One leader speaks with confidence about what someone should do next. No one asks a question. Several people nod. The person being addressed feels uneasy, but the room appears settled, so they begin to doubt their own judgment. That reaction is more common than many believers realize. In uncertain moments, people often look around to see how others are responding. A 2024 review of research on conformity found that people across different ages and cultures can adjust their behavior to fit the group. That does not mean they are weak. It means the response of the room can shape what feels safe to say. A title can make that social weight even harder to resist. So can a stage, a microphone, or a voice that sounds completely certain. When everyone else stays quiet, silence can begin to look like agreement. But those are not always the same thing. Some people freeze. Some delay. Some go along simply because they do not want to embarrass anyone or interrupt a spiritual moment. Their quietness may show discomfort, confusion, or fear of standing alone. It should not automatically be treated as permission. A healthy church leaves room for a different answer. You should be able to ask a question. You should be able to request another person in the conversation. You should be able to say, "I need time to think about that," and leave without being shamed. The question is not only whether the room agreed. The question is whether anyone was free to disagree. Agreement produced by fear, urgency, or social expectation is not freely given agreement. If this is helping you separate careful discernment from unnecessary fear, subscribe for more practical biblical guidance. Because the hardest warning is not always what happens in one prayer. It is what can happen to your decision-making over time. Test 4. Are you growing or are you becoming dependent? 6 months later, the clearest sign may not be what someone said in one prayer. It may be what you can no longer do without them. Look at what has changed in your life. Are you praying with more confidence than before? Or are you waiting for one person to tell you what God wants? Are you seeking wise counsel from several trusted people, or returning to the same voice every time? Can you say no without fearing that you will lose favor, protection, or blessing? Dependence often grows slowly. It can begin with advice about dating. Then it reaches a job offer, a move to another state, leaving a ministry, or repairing a family relationship. Before long, ordinary decisions start to feel unsafe unless one leader approves them. Imagine a church member who calls the same mentor before every major choice. The mentor must approve the person they date, the city they move to, even whether they accept a promotion. When family members raise concerns, the mentor says they are interfering with God's plan. That is no longer simple guidance. One person has become the final voice. The cost of disagreement tells you even more. Are you shamed? Are you called rebellious? Are you warned that something terrible will happen if you step away? Do you find yourself avoiding relatives, old friends, another pastor, or a licensed counselor because their questions might weaken that influence? Research on coercive relationships has identified isolation and declining self-confidence as warning signs that a person's independence may be weakening. Church life is not identical to those situations, and a close mentoring relationship should not automatically be called abusive. Still, when your circle becomes smaller and your ability to make responsible choices begins to disappear, take that change seriously. Healthy guidance should help you pray, think, seek counsel, and make responsible choices with greater maturity. It should not train you to believe that one human being is necessary for every spiritual decision you make. Test 5. Who can examine the claim, and what should you do next? Biblical discernment was never meant to rest on one voice that no one else could examine. 1 Corinthians 14:29 gives a different picture. Paul says that 2 or 3 should speak, and the others should weigh what is said. Acts 17:11 shows the same balance. The Bereans received the message eagerly, but they searched the scriptures every day to see whether it was true. They listened, and they checked. These passages give us a practical way to evaluate the health of a church community. Who is allowed to ask questions? Is there an elder board or safeguarding team that can review a concern? Can a member speak without being punished, shamed, or pushed out? A community becomes safer when no leader can place their words beyond honest examination. When someone says, "God told me what you must do," mature believers should be free to ask whether that statement agrees with Scripture, wise counsel, and the known facts. Spiritual language should not end the conversation. It should make careful testing more important. Knowing that a claim can be examined is only the first step. You also need a responsible way to respond. If something troubling happens, do not rush into a public accusation. Pause first. As soon as you safely can, ideally within the first 24 hours, write down what happened while the details are still clear. Record who was present, the exact words you remember, whether there was unwanted contact, and whether anyone made a threat. Keep any text messages, emails, voice messages, or written instructions connected to what happened. Do not edit them to make your case stronger. An accurate record helps you remain truthful while reducing the risk of unfairly accusing someone else. A dated record can also show whether the event was isolated or whether similar conduct appears again. Then speak with someone independent. Choose a mature pastor, counselor, trusted elder, or qualified professional who is not controlled by the person involved. Ask them to help you separate what you know from what you fear. You may also decide, "I will not meet alone. I will not discuss this further," or "I will not make this decision today." Most concerns can begin with documentation, independent counsel, and a clear limit. Some situations, however, require immediate outside help. This is especially true when safety or possible criminal conduct is involved. If the concern involves a child, a vulnerable adult, sexual abuse, violence, stalking, a credible threat, or possible criminal conduct, follow the church's safeguarding policy and contact the appropriate outside authorities. If anyone is in immediate danger in the United States, call 911. An internal prayer meeting must never replace urgent protection, professional assistance, or lawful reporting. After a harmful experience, the next temptation may be to trust no one at all. That is understandable, but it is not the only option. Caution does not require isolation. You do not have to reject every church, every leader, or every offer of prayer. Trust can grow through 4 stages. Begin with public, low-risk contact. Share limited personal information. Watch for reliability over time. And allow deeper trust only after consistent conduct and accountability. Each step should be earned, not demanded. A safe and mature person will not punish you for moving slowly. They will welcome another witness, respect your questions, and remain consistent when no audience is present. Time gives you repeated opportunities to see whether a person's conduct remains respectful, honest, and consistent. Before this week ends, write down one sentence you can use when someone pushes you beyond what you are ready to accept. Keep it simple. "I need time. Please include another person." Or, "I am not comfortable continuing." You do not need a complete explanation before you pause, and you do not need to face the next step alone before you begin seeking help. Share this with someone who needs a calm, biblical, and responsible way to respond to spiritual pressure.